Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link. My official Instagram and TikTok all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Aquarius, I hope that you're doing well. I'm sorry in advance for the sound of my voice. I'm a little hoarse right now just because I've been feeling under the weather because of the seasons changing. But I wanted to get some readings done, so here we are. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The first one from the Wild Unknown Archetypes for the overall energy, and at the end I'll read from the book. And then from the tarot is going to be the Mystic Mondays. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Aquarius? Wow. 39 introduces to an 11, which is the Justice card of the Major Arcana, Libra energy. Justice card talks about karmic justice, karmic balance, things coming into a kind of equilibrium. You got the Temple. I don't get this card very much. Anytime I see a triangular formation, it makes me think of very focused energy. Things coming to a point, an apex, Spirit said. Spirit then said apex predator. What's that about? Right? The apex predator. What is the apex predator, by the way? What is the most deadly creature on the planet? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know why that's relevant, but Spirit wanted me to ask it. I keep seeing like an anaconda, but I don't know if that's true. Anyway, the Temple energy kind of feels like, well, they're showing me, so I've never seen this movie, Midsummer, but I did see a scene from that movie, a single scene from that movie, like on YouTube or something, and it traumatized me so much, I cannot bear to watch the film, even though I'm sure it's brilliant. Cannot bear to watch it. And it was psychological. It really messed me up. Like, I think about it now and I get the heebie-jeebies, right? So, I don't know why. Maybe that movie resonates for you. I'm not really sure. But the Temple, we can see here the hands clasped in prayer. It's a hard word to say. There could be something that you have been trying to pray for, thank you, Spirit. Okay, you've been trying to pray for something, manifest something, focusing all of your attention towards it. I feel as though it's unlike you, Aquarius, to pray in this way. Feels a little dire. I don't want to use the word desperate, but I keep hearing it repeat over and over and over in my head. You've been doing this for a while. I just felt a weird pain, like in my jaw, the right side of my face. Maybe you've been holding tension there. This is a very tense spot on our face, our jaw, the hinge. Something's hinging. Is something hinging? Spirit is hearing you. That's the first thing they want to say, that they hear your prayers. They're also saying that things need to come into alignment, including you. Because I see all these lines coalescing here. They're also saying it's important for you to think outside of these confines, because it's almost like this is like a very tight enclosed space, and they want you to like expand bigger, go bigger with your prayer. They're also now pointing out my Merkaba shape on my desk. This is obsidian, and it's for protection. So you might want to get a crystal, obsidian, tourmaline, onyx for protection, just to help you, right? It's also grounding energy. I have it on my desk to protect me, but also to ground me when I feel as though I'm spiraling, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm pulling the cards, and this one is the first one to come out. Past energy. Okay, let's get to it. 3 cards for the blaze spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future. I feel your, I felt a spirit guide come in, because I feel a muting of my ears. They're with you, okay? And that might be weird for an Aquarius to like hear, but I mean, you're also at a tarot reading, so be here for it, be present for it. Past, present, future. At the end, I'll pull a card of advice from Spirit. The Wheel of Fortune almost jumped out, but it did not. I just want to tell you that. It did not jump out. It looked like it wanted to. Interesting. One more. Okay. 6 cards out on the table, past energy, 9 of Swords to start the reading. Yeah, so really worried. The 9 of Swords can be sleepless nights, nightmare energy, overthinking, trapped and bound in our own thoughts, feeling like we have nowhere to go. But it's our thoughts. It's like endless. They're like racing in your mind. And it's very funny because here's this, not funny, but it's strange. The Strength card came out in reverse, number 8 of the major arcana, which is Leo energy. And we were talking just now about apex predators, right? Because I was thinking of anaconda, but then I started to think about crocodiles, and then I was like, oh, are one of the big cats, are they considered an apex predator? And here it is. The Strength card is not always represented by a tiger. It's most often represented by a lion, but sometimes that doesn't even come in. It depends on the deck what the Strength card is represented by. But here it is in the reverse. It's kind of like this is the past energy plaguing you in your past, was this lack of feeling like you're in control, this lack of assuredness in your identity. Like the ego kind of rules this card, and when the card is in reverse, it's like things are triggering us, things are making us feel very, very insecure. And I mean, and it's no wonder if you have all of these thoughts or responsibilities like racing through your head, it's no wonder you would feel really caught off guard, not like yourself, not strong, vulnerable. I'm not going to say weak, because I don't feel like you're weak, but you feel vulnerable. And I don't know if anybody outside of you is aware. You know, because this situation that you could be praying about might not have to do with you directly. It could be about a parent or a friend or a situation. It might not have to do with you directly. I mean, there's so many there's so many crappy things happening in the world right now. Maybe you're just praying for that, which, thank you, right? We should all be sending good energy out into the world when we can, and it's so hard. But it starts with us, right? It starts with us. So this could be describing a whole lot of situations. Why is the Strength card in reverse? Why is the Nine of Swords here in the past energy? Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's like these things that once made us happy or feel in alignment or feel like brought us joy no longer do that. You know, it's like this structure, it feels like it's collapsing. It feels like it's not making sense anymore. It doesn't make sense for our circumstances. Cups energy is water element, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And it talks about the heart chakra. It talks about love and empathy and compassion and joy and bliss and all these things, which that's the card in the upright. I'm feeling a weird pain now in my left palm. My cat Lucky is meowing now at the door. I've done 6 readings today. This is the first time he's done it. Spirit is with you. I have 3 cats, and I can hear the difference between their meows. When Lucky meows at the door, it's like you're familiar. Familiar is by your side. Could be really hard to talk about whatever is going on, I think, internally with you. In the present moment, it's causing you to lose a lot of confidence, Aquarius. What's happening? King of Wands in the reverse. King of Wands in the upright. Confident, powerful, a leader, like one step removed from the Emperor, right? All the kings are one step removed from the Emperor, but it's a fire sign card. The wands are fire signs, or fire energy. King of Wands has no problem taking charge and moving in the direction that he wants to move in. The card is in reverse. You're feeling like at a loss. And remember when I said, like, I didn't want to use the word desperate, but Spirit was saying it over and over in my head? It's clarified by the Seven of Swords. These 2 cards together like this feels like you're really, it's like there's some situation where you have to pull out all your best moves in order to gain the upper hand. Seven of Swords can be a card of sneakiness. You see that sword behind her back? Now, we don't want to make a fuss. We're not trying to bring attention to the fact that we're bringing out our best moves. But there's something to your detriment right now, and there could be this sense that you have to get a leg up, a one-up, the advantage over another in order to level out the playing field. That's what the Seven of Swords card is all about for me. We're not trying to hurt anybody. We're not even trying to take advantage of things, but we got to do what we got to do. What is this in reference to, Spirit? The Chariot in the upright, number 7 of the major arcana, Cancer energy. The Chariot is victory, fast movement forward, travel, international travel. Can also talk about a vehicle, right? A car, a trip. I'm asking what this energy is all about, and it's like it has to do with a victory that you want. Maybe the one that you've been praying for. The temple is not just for praying, but it's also for like reverence and deference to something. when we, you know, it's like Spirit's giving me the word shrine. So like I have a little shrine happening on my desk to a lot of different things, but it's like we're paying our spiritual respect to someone, to something, to an idea. But in this scenario, it's like you really want your victory. You believe in it wholeheartedly. But in order to get that victory, you have to play hardball. Chariot card talks about this alignment between the light and the shadow aspects of who we are. We all have shadow aspects. We have secrets, dark secrets, things we are scared to tell others, things that we might be ashamed of. Mastering the shadow is not pressing those things down into oblivion, but rather bringing those things to the surface and acknowledging that they exist and living with those things and learning from those things. That's what the Chariot card can represent. It's like an alignment between self and self. Thank you, Spirit. And so that felt really important to say. In the potential future outcome, another major arcana, number 12, the Hanged Woman. In this deck, it's the Hanged Woman. This is the card in the upright. You got it in the upright. It's kind of disorienting, right? But that's on purpose. The Hanged Woman is a period of time in which we purposefully put ourselves into the tree of knowledge. Sometimes we can get stuck there, just learning lessons, feeling unable to move. But there's purpose in pause. There's a reason why we can't move, because we're still needing to learn something. It's like an epiphany. The Empress in reverse, another major arcana, number 3, Taurus and Libra energy in reverse. The Empress is the divine feminine. It has the power of all 4 queens of the tarot. She's my favorite card in any tarot deck. The Empress is my favorite. She's a master attractor. Knows who she is, knows what she deserves. And the card is in reverse for you. So in the future potential, it's like, this is what you're striving for. You're striving for this place where you can be very comfortable with what you bring towards you. But right now, things are topsy-turvy, turned upside down. There's still some lessons to be learned. Can I get a clarifier? What are the lessons? What is the lesson here, the most important lesson? Three of Wands in the reverse. Three of Wands in the upright is a card of waiting, anticipating, expectation. One of my candles just went out. It was on its last leg, but timing is everything, right? That's gonna be what this card is about too, about timing. Just lit another one. I always work with 2 candles. But you got this card in the reverse. The lesson here is kind of getting more in touch with your instincts so that when the door opens, you walk through without hesitation. Because I feel as though in the past, the lesson was that you waited. You waited and waited and waited for a perfect moment that never came. Because there aren't perfect moments. I mean, there are some divine moments, which could be considered perfect in a way. But then there are just other moments where we just make a decision to move. And this is the lesson that I was clarifying for you with this Hanged Man. What is the lesson? To move. When the spirit within you, when the alignment within you calls you to task, you move. What is the advice from Spirit? Advice from Spirit, please. Advice from Spirit, please. 2 cards came out. 3 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Well, now, okay, we're working our way back to the Empress card, because this is pre-Empress energy. That's what they call it in the tarot, the Knight of Pentacles. Understanding our investment into something, taking pride in that investment, having confidence in ourselves, being self-sufficient, independent. And this is a card of celebration. I almost say collaboration. Celebration between Soul Tribe members, 3 of Cups, clinking glasses, being happy, right? Being happy. It's like Spirit's advice is just to stay in the present moment. Be happy with the abundance that what they're showing me in the present moment is your abundance. It may not feel like it in certain respects, but Spirit is saying celebrate the everyday wins, because those everyday wins add up to the bigger manifestations. So now we're going to read from the book, number 39. The temple, the sanctuary, the shrine, the altar. When we think of the temple, we often envision an architectural structure in a far-off land. We are quick to distance ourselves from the sacred, assuming we must expend much effort in order to arrive there. Yet the temple is a universal and omnipresent energy, accessible in the highest and lowest, richest and poorest of places. Visiting the temple might be as simple as stepping into the dappled light of the forest, slowly and sensually kissing a lover, or closing your eyes to travel inward. This card is a call to re-examine what you pay homage to, and what you reject. What do you spend your time worshiping? Your phone, money, material goods? What barriers do you draw between yourself and the sacred? Perhaps there is room on your altar for something new, something surprising. Offer it to the heavens. That's your reading, Aquarius. I hope that resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aquarius.